Unfortunately for me, I had to pause the music so I could hear the camera starting. But now I can put it back on, and we can finish TJ and the Shondells' Crystal Blue Persuasion here on the Inner Fetish channel on the Kefine Delci. If you remember, I did the Kefine planar because it was a planar IEM and it was a planar. I was like, this is the fucking worst. But Kefine, cheaper model. The Delci is $60. Dynamic. Because it's dynamic with a D. I don't fucking know. It's excellent. It's fucking excellent. Like, it's bright and happy and smooth. And I put on that song from the Gorillaz, Punk, which is in my special bass boost album, like, playlist. And there's just this, like, low end, like, boo, that starts at the beginning of the song. And I felt it in my body. These IMs, that's $59. They're not even $60 total. They're $59 even. Should absolutely make you rethink spending money on headphones, on IMs, on expensive ones. I can't seem to get out of this, like, cheap IM tear that I'm on. But at the same time, they just keep getting better and better. By the way, new mouse pad. I'm just listening to TJ and the Shondells. It is like a clean, it's not super wide except when it needs to be. It does the right thing with music. Some IEMs you put on and everything's wide. ICO OH5s. Everything is wide. Everything sounds like a concert hall. That's the benefit. That's why you buy them. Other IEMs, kind of narrow, super narrow. Everything's narrow. Not my personal favorite, but if you're into that, there. Really good IEMs, and these are a single dynamic, 10 millimeter dynamic. They are like the chameleon. Its blood was on the leaves. Where a song like TJ and the Shondells' Crystal Blue Persuasions is very narrow, very focused, very tight. Tight. Wallpaper. Tightness. And then you put on something else that's like big and orchestral, and it's like, oh, it backs the fuck up. Now, how do you make that happen, considering the driver's not physically moving and the tuning's not changing? I don't know. If we could figure that out, we could nail this whole audio thing in the bud. We could nip this audio thing in the bud and have one communist set of IMs and headphones that just does everything perfect, and we wouldn't have to sell any more, and there'll just be one state-owned, government-run assembly plant, and then communistaudio.com. I should buy that domain and just make speakers and call it Commie Audio and just confuse people, because I'm not a communist, but that's the funniest shit to start in America, the land of the free, home of the brave. They'd probably burn the building down. No one would get the joke. Beach Boys. What? Santa Claus is coming to town. Beach Boys. They're singing. It's close and focused, but the echo is out there. It's just like... Beach Boys doesn't have the greatest recording quality. I know. It hurts my soul, too. But there was a... and it's like the cheap 80s, like... and would hurt on a lesser IM. But these are Kefine Delci. They don't hurt. I'm going to put the, like, under $100. There's usually, like, the $50 mark of IMs, like my JoJo's down there. And, like, that's what I wanted to compete against, things around there. And then, like, if you come up to the 100, you go up past 80, because there's that weird $80 IM fucking market where everything is $80, and you've got so many goddamn IMs living there. And then, like, you got to step up 20 more bucks to the 100, and then you got, like, Rinko and, like, I can't remember any of the fucking IMs. The Sonos. You got other things up there. So you've got the Arias and stuff at the 80s. You've got a lot of the tin stuff and, like, JoJo's and Blondes at the 50s. So 60 is kind of like... It's kind of alone. There's nothing in the $60 to $70 IM range. If there are, they're few far between and no one recognizes them. These should be known. Because I would put these against everything in the under $150, maybe even $200 category. I love a good, refined, single dynamic. They were asking me for my next collab, what do you want? And they're like, we could work with this brand or this brand or this brand. I'm like, I don't care what brand it is. Is it a single dynamic? because that's where I think I find my happiest moments. It's like it can do the low end. It can do the treble without getting too harsh. You don't have to deal with tuning a fucking electrostat or something. Like with Nana, it was easy because it's Nana. It's a fucking $900 IM. Just make it not hurt. And they could do that. It was a goddamn miracle with the SA6 Ultras. But like Rinko doesn't have a BA, doesn't have electrostats. It's got it's got a planar and a dynamic, so I was able to keep it like from killing you and at the same time kill you with the low end. But a single pure 10 millimeter dynamic, Soft Ears Twilight, is $900. It's my favorite IM, basically. Every time I think about what it could be, oh, maybe it's the Thigh Audio this or it's not. It just comes back to that single fucking expensive dynamic. And there's no reason that a cheaper dynamic can't have very, very, very similar audio properties, acoustical properties, as long as you're doing as long as the driver itself is capable and you do the tuning on it right, you can get so close. And these feel like they do that. Hold on, Space Dandy is playing. Fuck, like a sound just emanated and just like flew into my eyes and exploded out sideways. And it's like, that's pretty impossible to do. If you put these in right here, ready? Box, case with stock tips, decent cable with 3.5 millimeter. They look like this. They look like that. Actually, they still have a cover on them. Hold on. Peel that shit off. Get over here. Yeah, expose it. Oh, beautiful. If you handed these to me in a fancy fucking box and a fancy case with the wire, I wouldn't even crap on the wire. The wire is decent with the brown and the copper. It's all right. It's nice and smooth and flexible. The end is okay. If this had an interchangeable end, maybe a slightly beefed up wire, and you did something to make it look prettier than this, and you said these are $350, I'd give them a fucking pass. They'd absolutely pass off for like and this is, I do this shit for a living. All right, this isn't one of my collabs. I have nothing in the Kefine other than making fun of the Clanars, which I think I liked. I liked the Clanars, but they didn't like change my world. These are more the world-changing style IEM. There's something about just when you get a fucking dynamic right. Look, the R indicator is huge, so you know what the fuck you're doing with it. I do have the render tips on it though. Like I actually just started the review and haven't taken them off for like 45 fucking minutes. It's okay, it's fine. No, don't fall down. There you go. We'll put on the Dunu SS because if I'm gonna shill a fucking IEM this hard, I may as well give you guys a show. Once again, if you're taking off my render tips, make sure you reach your thumbnail all the way in and pull off the silicone ring and not the foam, or you'll fuck them up. I want to prevent people from fucking them up. So every review, I put them on and I tell people how not to fuck them up. So let's see what we got now, what we've gone. Maybe they're just horrible now, or maybe they're better. Like, that's a thing. Probably go back into the same. I'm in the little Fio. Bass is still there. I don't think anything changed. You know how hard that is? To go from fucking foam or silicone wrapped foam to silicone and not have the sound quality just either turn off or turn on or change. The bass hits are still there. Stare at that wallpaper, Luma. I wonder if I can get a collab with Kefine. I will say this song, not really recorded well, a little bit loud and thrashy. I can tell, but it's not killing me. That's another very hard attribute to get out of an IM, is to have something that's like telling you your music is shit, but not hurting you with the bad parts. That got way up there. That was real close. That's Rat Tat Tat. Schiller. Oh my God, I found my song. There's a song called Schiller by Rat Tat Tat. I may have just listened to this whole thing straight through. It's very, very like old school, something old crank radio, just playing in the middle behind my ears. Just It's going to do stuff. I also realize I'm addicted to having... Excuse me. I'm addicted to having, like, visuals of the song. Like, I was trying to use Rune. And it's like, well, I can't tell if the song's going to get loud or if it's going to get quiet or if it has this, like, long intro bit. And it freaks me out now. So, Foobar 2000 and the Waveform Seek Bar add-on, which that's the old one. That one hasn't been updated in like 7 years. I'm addicted to them now. I need to see the song or I can't enjoy the music. The song is very long and takes forever to get into whatever the fuck it's about to do. Just get to it already. Yeah, no. It's like there's like harpsichord. There gotta be a harpsichord. It's not a piano. Wow, that has got some violently sharp, like noises in this song. But I hear them and I'm like, okay, this is a sound I probably wouldn't want to hear on multiple IEMs and headphones. It's fine on this. God, it's so smooth. In My Tree, Pearl Jam. Just... Maybe I'm having a good day. Like, it's just... This IEM is, It's a 10 out of 10. I've had another 10 out of 10 not too long ago. But the fit, the wire, it doesn't come with too much shit. If it came with better tips, like, fine. But that's a 10 out of 10 sound. $60. If your price range is anywhere in there, you got to look and like, okay, well, See her sadness? You know why she's sad? Because she knows you're going to buy the Kefine Delci instead of one of my collabs, like the JoJo or the Rinko. Well, actually, all right, Rinko way more bass, obviously, but this over the JoJo, comfort, and I guess the JoJo is more chill. These are very, very like up in your face. I always have to like give people a reason not to buy my collabs, but also still buy my collab. Like, I don't mind if this succeeds and fucking blows up. Do it. I want you to trust me. Don't worry about my fucking collabs. Don't worry about paying for Patreon. Trust me. I want trust. You can't buy that shit. Well, you can, but it takes a lot of money. And usually people have to get legs broken and stuff. I'm Italian, so I understand what it costs. The cost of trust. But really, no. Buy the fucking Delcis and enjoy the shit of them. I keep in mind, everything I've got on this channel, I burned in for like a week plus. It just sits there playing before I even put it on a shelf, and then I pull off the shelf. I'm like, all right. So if you get it and they don't sound exactly like I'm describing, put them on a fucking player, plug the player into the wall, put the player and the IEMs in a sock drawer, and let it just play music for a week. All right? If you can't handle waiting for a week for them to sound perfect, then you just play with them. They'll be fine. Anyway, Wallpaper Horde. I got to end this before it's a 22-minute fucking rant about how much I love these stupid... They're not even that pretty. Like, they're the plainest, most, like, unassuming, like, things. But, my God, do they fucking belt out just quality. Just belt it. Belt it out. Kind of want to swap out. Oh, another thing before this video ends. I had this set of what looks to be Phoenix Call Celeste with no other indicator of, like, if it's another model. And I've already done the Phoenix Call Celeste. It was those red and blue ones with the little seagulls on the back of the thing. So why the fuck do I have a set here that says Phoenix Call that's just these silver backs, like really nice, like beautiful, like silver arc backs, and like dark gray that just say Selects Phoenix Call. And yet I don't, like, why do I have this? Is this another version? I can't find this on the internet. I've searched every fucking AliExpress, everyone who has Phoenix Call stuff. Nothing has just this shape with just that on the back of it and no seagulls. And I listen to them, and I don't think they're quite as good, or they're not the same sound as the regular Phoenix Call. So if you recognize those, please, what the fuck are they? Because I was going to review those and not these, and I would have been like, 7 and not 10. So thank you. Patreon, subscribe to support this channel. If you want to see other reviews, specifically IEM reviews with no paywall, check out my Patreon and subscribe star. There are unlocked posts on both of those, and you can just see whatever IEMs I've got coming up for release later in the week or later in the month. If you want to see the big channel reviews, those are behind the paywall for $5 a month. You know all the benefits of that if you don't. And also check out the yard sales. I'm trying to sell off my collection because it's just going to get there. Collecting dusts, and I have too many $60 IEMs that are blowing my fucking mind. We'll move on. Anyway, Wallpaper Horde, link description, Patreon free shit, Thank you all, and don't forget to check out the mouse pad too. This one just arrived today, so I know it's fresh. I know it won't be gone. You won't be gone. Will you be gone, Mr. Swordsman? What am I calling this one? Because I usually have to figure out a name. I guess it'll be like Cyberpunk Swordsman Cityscape Mousepad.com. Yeah, that sounds good.